the wolf. For millennia, it has haunted the edges of human civilization, a symbol of the wild, untamed world just beyond our reach. In its eyes, we glimpse our own ancient past, when we too were hunters, bound by instinct and survival. This primal connection has made the wolf a powerful figure in our folklore, embodying freedom, cunning, and danger. But history is not just myth. There have been moments when wolves crossed into our world, with devastating consequences. These are not legends, but true accounts, when the line between human and beast vanished, leaving scars on entire communities. The stories ahead are chronicles of fear, survival, and the moments when the wolf's howl was a harbinger of death. Here are the top 10 most dangerous wolves in history. 1685, Ansbach, Bavaria, a time of superstition where the wild was home to both animals and demons. From the forests emerged a wolf of unusual size and ferocity, preying not on livestock, but on people. The attacks were relentless, the wolf evading every trap and hunter. Fear turned to hysteria. Villagers whispered of werewolves or the devil himself. Some believed the wolf was the vengeful spirit of their late mayor, returned to torment them. The hunt became a crusade. When the wolf was finally killed, the villagers staged a bizarre ritual. They dressed the carcass in human clothes, affixed a mask of the mayor's face, and hung it from a gallows. This grotesque display was both exorcism and warning, a way to reclaim power over their terror. The Wolf of Ansbach became a macabre trophy, immortalized in local lore. It stands as a testament to how fear can transform a predator into a supernatural fiend. In the end, it was not just a wolf they killed, but the embodiment of their darkest anxieties. The line between man, beast, and monster had never been thinner. The legend endures, a chilling reminder of how we shape monsters from the shadows of our own fears. Paris, 1450. War and famine have left the city desperate and vulnerable. As hunger gripped the people, wolf packs breached the city's crumbling defenses, drawn by the scent of death. At first, they scavenged the outskirts, but soon, they stalked the very streets of Paris. Led by a cunning alpha called Courteau, the wolves became hunters of men, women, and children. Panic spread as citizens were dragged from their doorsteps. The city became a slaughterhouse. Authorities, overwhelmed by war, finally declared a city-wide hunt. Gates were sealed, not to keep invaders out, but to trap the wolves in. The climax came when Courteau was killed by a mob in front of Notre Dame. With their leader gone, the pack was eliminated. The wolves of Paris remind us, when society falters, the wild is always waiting to reclaim its place. The boundary between civilization and nature is never as secure as we believe. In times of crisis, the wild can become our most immediate threat. Paris learned this lesson in blood. Kiraov Oblast, Soviet Russia, 1944. While war raged in Europe, a different battle unfolded at home. With men at the front and firearms confiscated, villages were left defenseless. Wolf packs, emboldened by the absence of hunters, began attacking with terrifying efficiency. Children were snatched in broad daylight, hundreds were killed, most under the age of 10. The government, slow to respond, eventually formed military hunting brigades. It became a war against nature, mirroring the human conflict. The Kiraov attacks show how war can destabilize ecosystems, turning predators into a direct threat. Communities fought for survival on two fronts, against both man and beast. The scars of this forgotten war linger still. Gising, Sweden, 1820. The terror here was not from the wild, but from a wolf raised among humans. Captured as a pup and raised in captivity, the wolf lost its fear of people, but not its instincts. When it escaped, it became a predator without boundaries, stalking children in broad daylight. Over 3 months, it attacked 31 people, killing 12, 9 of them children. The nation was gripped by horror. The wolf was hunted down and killed. The Gising wolf became a symbol of the dangers of taming wild animals. By stripping away its natural fear, humans had created a monster more dangerous than any wild wolf. The tragedy sparked national debate and fueled cults for decades. It was a lesson written in blood. Nature cannot be domesticated without consequence. The line between pet and predator is thinner than we think. Sometimes our attempts to control nature unleash horrors of our own making. The Gising case remains a grim warning. Hazaribbug, Bihar, India, 1980s. Wolves began targeting a single type of victim, very young children. For 6 years, wolves slipped into villages at night, ignoring adults and taking infants from their beds. Over 100 children were killed, leaving families in constant fear. Authorities were baffled, suspecting cults or criminals before accepting the truth. The wolves had learned to specialize, turning the most vulnerable into prey. Villagers barricaded doors and slept in shifts, but the attacks continued. Eventually, wolf packs were hunted down, but the damage was done. The Hazaribbug attacks remain one of the most chilling examples of predator adaptation, and a mystery that haunts India to this day. Jivodon, France, 1760s. For 3 years, a creature known as La Bête du Jivodon terrorized the region. Described as monstrous, larger than a wolf with impenetrable hide, it killed over 100 people, mostly women and children. The beast evaded thousands of hunters, displaying uncanny intelligence and ferocity. The king himself intervened, but the attacks continued even after a large wolf was killed. Theories abounded: a pack, a hybrid, or something supernatural. The terror ended only when Jean Chastel shot a strange wolf with a blessed silver bullet. The attacks ceased, but the legend endured. The beast of Jivodon blurred the line between fact and folklore. It was almost certainly real, but fear elevated it to myth. Its story still haunts the French imagination, a monster born of both nature and nightmare. Sometimes the wildest legends are rooted in truth. Turku, Finland, 1880. 2 wolves held a community hostage for over a year. Their victims were almost all children, snatched while playing or herding livestock. Despite hunts and traps, the wolves evaded capture, spreading fear across the countryside. The government escalated the hunt, turning the region into a battlefield. The wolves' cunning allowed them to survive against overwhelming odds. Finally, one was poisoned, the other shot. In just over a year, 22 children were killed. The Turku wolf slayings remain the deadliest in Nordic history. Even a pair of predators, if fearless, can devastate a community. The lesson: never underestimate the wild's capacity for terror. Ashta, Uttar Pradesh, India, 1996. Here the cause of wolf attacks was clear: environmental destruction. Deforestation and overhunting left wolves starving, forcing them to prey on humans. For nearly 2 years, wolves targeted children, snatching them from villages and fields. At least 21 children were killed, many more were injured. Authorities struggled, caught between protecting people and recognizing their own role in the crisis. The wolf was both menace and victim, a product of ecological imbalance. The Ashta attacks are a stark warning. When we disrupt nature, we create our own monsters. Human and wild are inseparable. Our actions have consequences. The tragedy of Ashta is a lesson in the cost of ignoring the natural world. Sankabetsu, Hokkaido, Japan, 1915. Not a wolf, but a massive Ussuri brown bear named Kesagake unleashed terror. Awakened early from hibernation, the bear killed 7 villagers in 2 days, breaking into homes and hunting humans. The community was defenseless. Panic and carnage followed. Hunters finally killed Kesagake, confirming it as the man-eater. The incident was Japan's worst bear attack, but its roots lay deeper. The native Hokkaido wolf had been hunted to extinction, removing a key competitor. Some argue this absence contributed to the bear's rampage. The lesson: eliminating predators can have unforeseen, deadly consequences. Nature's balance is delicate, and when disrupted, the results can be catastrophic. Rampor, Uttar Pradesh, India, 1996. While Ashta suffered, another predator struck, this time a single wolf. It targeted children, attacking over 70 and killing at least 33 in just a few months. The wolf's cunning was legendary. It evaded every trap and ambush, striking and vanishing like a ghost. Fear paralyzed the region. Daily life ground to a halt. Massive hunts failed until villagers finally cornered and killed the wolf with bamboo staffs. The Rampor Wolf stands as one of history's most prolific and elusive predators. Its reign of terror was a chilling testament to the intelligence and adaptability of wolves. Even a single animal under the right circumstances can become a legend of fear. The wild is never far from our door. Sometimes the greatest threats are those we least expect. From medieval Europe to modern India, these stories reveal our complex, often terrifying relationship with wolves. These were real animals, driven by hunger and circumstance to cross ancient boundaries. Each story is a tragedy, when the wild became a direct threat, and communities faced their deepest fears. Our responses, rituals, hunts, legends, show our struggle to impose order on chaos. The wolf becomes a vessel for our anxieties, a reminder of our own vulnerability. The howl can be beautiful, or a chilling echo of a time when we were not masters of our world? What do you think? Predator, victim, or something in between? Comment below and subscribe for more wild legends.